Every person we observe has one moment they never speak of. This is one of those moments.
Welcome to Displaced. I'm your host, Mara Saleh. And that, of course, is Dr. Henrik Voss, the man leading these incredible and often unsettling temporal experiments. Henrik, today's file is number 16, The Sensible Explanation. A 16th century Polish apothecary who responded to temporal displacement the way a sensible man responds to any impossible event, by deciding, with complete conviction, that it was not happening.
He had a category for it. He used the category. The category failed.
What was the category?
Dreams. His name is Casimir, 45 years old, an apothecary in Kraków, a man who has spent 20 years applying precise, systematic logic to the preparation of medicines. His method has not failed him, not once.
Where did he arrive?
A modern university pharmacy training laboratory. The function, preparation of medicines, was recognizable. The specific tools were not. From what we observed, his first act was to pick up a piece of unfamiliar equipment, examine it carefully, and set it back down. He did this with 4 more objects in sequence.
He was checking his surroundings.
He was checking the internal consistency of his experience. That is my reading of it. Dreams, in his framework, are real phenomena. They carry meaning, sometimes messages. They also have a specific quality that distinguishes them from waking reality. He appeared to be running a test.
Did it pass?
Temporarily. He opened a cabinet of compounds. He could identify perhaps 1 in 6. He opened another. He was, as far as we could observe, cataloging the dream, rather than reacting to it.
The methodical response to an impossible situation.
Entirely in character from what we know of him. He is not a man who stops at problems. He categorizes them and continues. Then he sat down at a workbench. He folded his hands in his lap, and he waited.
Waited for what?
To wake up. That is the logical behavior if you believe you are dreaming. You wait. The dream ends. He waited for approximately 5 minutes. The laboratory did not end. His expression, from what we could observe, shifted, not dramatically. A small shift. Something in the certainty changed. The dream theory was not, I think, primarily about managing fear. It was the most logically economical explanation available to him. He is a systematic man. His discipline is to find the correct category and apply it. A dream is a real category in his world. It fits better than any alternative he has.
Until it stops fitting.
Dreams of that period are understood to have a specific texture, vivid but unstable, internally inconsistent in ways that become apparent on reflection. 5 minutes of stable, internally consistent, highly specific sensory experience does not fit. The category is failing. What we observed at that point, sitting at the workbench, hands folded, expression changed, is consistent with a man whose primary tool has stopped working and who does not yet have a replacement.
That's worse than being frightened.
I believe so. The fear of the unknown place is one thing. The specific dread of discovering your method is insufficient. That is something a man like Casimir may never fully recover from. His entire professional identity rests on the reliability of his system. He is sitting in evidence that the system has a limit he did not know about.
And he has nothing to put in its place.
Not yet. The equipment ran before he found one.
So he was returned to his dispensary in the exact state of a man whose primary coping mechanism has just broken down.
That is accurate.
And then what?
Then his assistant came back and asked if he was all right. He said yes, and went back to the compound he had been measuring.
The Latin needed correcting.
The compound needed measuring, same principle.
What happened when he came back?
He was returned to his dispensary mid-weight, same posture, hands folded, still seated. His assistant, who had stepped out and returned, reported that Casimir's expression was that of a man who had just misplaced something he needed.
He went back to work?
He finished measuring the compound. He completed his afternoon appointments. Whatever had happened, it was not going to interrupt the work.
What came after?
2 years later, he produced a short philosophical pamphlet, the only non-pharmaceutical text he ever wrote. His central argument, which appeared fully formed with no preparatory writing behind it, was that the most dangerous assumption a systematic man can make is that his system is exhaustive.
That's significant for 1570.
Historians of an early modern philosophy have called it startlingly modern in its epistemological anxiety. A scholar, rediscovering it in the 18th century, wrote that whoever this man was, he appeared to have encountered something personally. He received almost no readership in his lifetime.
He spent 2 years processing 12 minutes.
He spent 2 years processing the discovery that his method had a limit. The 12 minutes established the limit. The 2 years were what it took to do something with it.
You put a crack in something he'd built his whole professional life on.
I put him in a room his method couldn't account for. The crack was already in the method. He just hadn't found it yet.
That's a convenient distinction.
It may be. I don't think it's wrong.
Did it harm him?
The pamphlet has outlasted him by 4 centuries and is still being read. Whether that makes it harm, I can't say. Some things that cost something also build something. I've been sitting with this one for a long time. I don't have a verdict. He sat in a room his system couldn't contain and waited for the system to fix it. It didn't. He had to find something larger. That is not a comfortable experience for a man who has trusted his system for 20 years. It costs something. But what he built from the cost has his name on it, and it still holds. 4 centuries later, still holds. I find I keep trying to decide which was larger, what it cost him, or what he built from it. I haven't managed it yet.